Welcome, everyone, to the WHHI Daily News. I'm Robyn Zimmerman. Let's begin with today's news headlines. Hilton Head's Town Council has approved a record $167 million budget for the next fiscal year, putting $16 million away for beach renourishment, $4 million in a housing fund, giving 4% pay raises to town employees, and doing it all without increasing the millage rate on its residents. Growth in town revenues is covering the additional costs. Now, town officials say there's still plenty of money in reserves if the town faced a disaster. The council also voted itself a 15% raise, but it had not had a raise in 12 years. Well, we'll talk exclusively with Mayor Alan Perry about the budget in just a few minutes. The Department of Natural Resources says the alligator population has been stable since the late 1990s after gators were nearly hunted to extinction back in the late 60s and were considered in danger. The DNR is estimating there are about 100,000 alligators in South Carolina, enough that there's still a hunting season in the fall that takes out between 300 and 400 gators statewide. About 80 alligators are removed by trappers in the Lowcountry every year after they have become aggressive with humans. Well, the Washington Post reports that Nancy Mace reported a little over $20,000 in expenses over a 9-month period under a taxpayer-funded program that doesn't require receipts. The program is designed to make it easier for lawmakers that have to cover the costs of separate homes in D.C. and their districts, and the Post is questioning why it exists. Mace's D.C. expenses ran about $2,000 a month, and a handful of congresspeople from both parties were named in the story. Now, Mace has denied any wrongdoing, but primary opponent Catherine Templeton's campaign spun it as a broke woman taking tax dollars and says she should resign. Meanwhile, Governor McMaster endorsed Mace, calling her a fighter who stood with me every time I've asked. Earlier, she's been endorsed by President Trump and House Speaker Mike Johnson. 2nd District Congressman Joe Wilson has endorsed Templeton, and she has also been endorsed by former House Speaker Newt Gingrich. Now, early voting continues through Friday at the Election Board headquarters on John Galt Road in Beaufort, the St. Helena Library, the Bluffton Rec Center on Ulmer Road, and the USCB campus on Hilton Head Island. And finally, yes, it's legal to carry firearms in the state, but 33-year-old Miles Huntington of Lugoff, whose nickname is Crazy, went a little too far. He's been sentenced to 14 years in federal prison after pleading guilty to being a felon in possession of firearms, selling 37 guns to undercover federal agents, and when arrested, had 23 more guns in his possession. Huntington also sold more than 2,400 grams of meth to undercover agents, and he's had prior convictions for assault, battery, and car theft, and should not have had any guns at all. For more information on these stories and many more, please check out the media sources listed on the screen. And remember to follow us on Facebook and check us out on YouTube and our website at WHHI-TV.com. And if you have a news tip, a story idea, well, just email us at news@WHHI-TV.com. Well, it has been hot. Maria, will you give us a forecast?
Thanks, Robyn. Yep, so taking a look ahead, it does look like we'll have another day of thunderstorms, and the sun should be coming out just in time for the weekend. So taking a look at Thursday, it's going to be sunny to partly cloudy in the morning. Then we are going to see scattered showers and thunderstorms starting in the afternoon and continuing on into the evening. Hilton's going to have a high of 90, a low of 74. Bluffton's have a high 92, a low of 73. And Beaufort's have a high 92 and a low of 74. The sunrise for Thursday is going to be at 6:16 and sunset's going to be at 8:27. Taking a look at the tides, high tide's going to be at 9:46 a.m. and low tide's going to be at 4:47 p.m. Taking a look into the rest of the week and into the weekend, Friday it's going to be sunny with highs in the 90s, lows in the 70s. Then come Saturday, it's going to be sunny again with the highs getting in the 80s and 90s, lows are going to be in the 70s. And then come Sunday, it's going to be sunny with the highs getting back up into the mid-90s, lows in the 70s. That's it for today. Let's head it back to the desk.
Thank you, Maria. Coming up after the break, we'll learn more about Beaufort County Schools Arts Program. Stay tuned.